The first time I saw this gigantic motorhome that I bought over FaceTime, I was completely blown away by the size of it. If you missed chapter 1, how at 61 years old I bought a 37-year-old motorhome sight unseen during one of the craziest years imaginable, I'll pin the link in the comments. And honestly, the second time I saw this motorhome was in person. And at that time, I realized I may have made a very bad decision because it scared the heck out of me. I barely slept the night after I bought it. My brain kept repeating, "What have you done?" Then the next morning, Sparkle and I got into my little car and drove 2.5 hours to finally see it in person. Now, in the pictures, it had looked pretty small. I mean, it was only 20 feet, right? And somehow my brain convinced me that 20 feet sounded perfectly reasonable. The second I pulled into the driveway and saw this motorhome sitting there, I went into full panic mode. Honestly, it looked twice the size it looked on my iPhone. Well, maybe even bigger. Sparkle and I just stood there staring at it, my mind spiraling. Did I just buy that? I was so busy staring at it, I didn't even see Brian walk up beside me. And then he said, "Come on, I'll show you around." Meanwhile, I did not feel calm at all. Even the wheels looked way too big. At one point, he says, "You want to get up on the roof and check it out?" I looked at him like he had just lost his mind. Are you crazy? That thing looked like it was at least 12 feet high. There was absolutely no way I was climbing up there. He got a pretty good laugh out of that. Then we went inside, and honestly, I loved it immediately. The cute little dinette, the tiny kitchen, the bed over the cab, my own bathroom. I could already picture myself traveling in it. Then I saw it. The giant captain's chair in the front. I had never driven anything bigger than a van, and I remember thinking, there's absolutely no way I'm driving this thing home. None. By the time I left, my mind was working overtime. It took me a couple days to find someone to drive it home for me, and then we went back to pick it up. I followed my motorhome all the way home and kept thinking, I own that. I laughed, thinking, how nice it will look in my driveway, even if it never leaves. Okay, worst case scenario, I can just resell it. I mean, Brian already had a waiting list of over 20 people who wanted it, so if I completely panicked, somebody would probably just buy it from me. Then at one point, another motorhome passed me on the highway. And because I was suddenly focused on every motorhome on the road, I noticed something. There was a woman driving it, and her motorhome was way bigger than mine. And suddenly, this tiny little voice lit up in my head and said, if she can do it, maybe you can too. And honestly, that was the very first moment I believed maybe one day I might actually drive this thing myself. We finally pulled into my driveway, and I remember standing there staring at it thinking, that giant thing is actually mine. And suddenly, this whole adventure became real. More real than buying it. In chapter 3, I'm going to tell you about my very first driving lesson. And trust me, I was once again absolutely terrified. Subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Have you ever done something that scared you, but you did it anyway? If you have, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video.